Hey, what's up guys, Hamdas here, bringing you with a deck profile on the latest Thunder Empire Fang which you can build, which features the latest Baobats, which gains crit equals to the amount of different world name in your drop zone with its overturn ability. So yeah, I'm really sorry I haven't been doing much deck profiles lately, and I just noticed that I privated 3 of my previous videos, which are Zem 7, Oni, and another deck. So yeah, no wonder I'm not getting any views, so yeah, feels bad. So I'll be doing deck profile. So buddy I run is the OG Baobats, Thunder Emperor Dragon Baobats. So basically core cost of pay 2 gauge, during your turn cannot be destroyed, 4 life or less gets 1 crit, and overturn, pay 1 gauge, discard a card to stand all cards on your field during the attack phase. So yeah. For different world names which I play attack, I play one of Overturn Chief Dual Jaeger. So core cost pay 2 gauge. This card gets critical +1 for each monster in it. So you can actually base this card around another deck which restands him and whacks for 7 crit. So yeah, by just playing him as a one-off. So his overturn ability is discard a card from your hand during your main phase, and you put the top 5 cards of your deck into the soul. So you can hopefully get all monsters and he'll have 7 crit and 5 soul guard. So yeah, penetrate and soul guard. Next off, I play one off Arc Crystal Dragon Autora. Put a top card of your deck into this card soul and pay 2 gauge. All Prism and Thunder Empire cannot be destroyed by card effect, and this card gets 1k 1k for each different warnings on your field. Move, double attack, and soul guard. So he's a pretty tanky card. He can probably hit 8k. He's just there for you to defend for a few turns, then you can just end off your opponent. So yeah. Next off, I play one off the new Misera, Overturn Misera. So core cost pay 2 and put a spell from your drop into this card. So Overturn, a really powerful card which can mess your opponent's field. Pay 2 gauge during our main phase, nullify all abilities on the field and return all other cards from each player's hand, gauge, drop zone, and field to the owner's deck and shuffle the deck, and then you draw 6 gauge 2 for each player. So yeah, it's a really good card because it messes up decks such as Zem 7, where after you send back all their defensive cards, all their set spells, their Zem 7 into the deck. They cannot use their Abigail negate from the drop zone because you already shuffled back and you can go for game by attacking phase. So a really solid and good card. So yeah, I play one off. For the latest Baobats, I run 2 Thunder Empire Corps Leader Baobats. So core cost pay 2 gauge, during your turn this card cannot be destroyed, and at the beginning of your attack phase, for these turns it gets double attack, and if you have 3 or more different world names, which is very easily achieved, you get triple attack instead. And his overturn ability, discard a card from your hand during your turn. Discard a card from your hand during your turn. For this turn, this card gets critical +1 for each different world names of card in your drop zone. So you can actually use him when he's attacking, and so you can prevent cards such as Death Ground from tapping him. So you can you won't waste the overturn, because overturn is only once per game. So you have to be careful which overturn you want to use and end the game. So yeah, that's him. Next off, 4 of the body. I don't think I have to go through it. Next, for the important staples, I run 4 Misfiring Cannon Globes. Misfiring Demon Globes. So name ability, split the reward. When another Thunder Empire monster enters the field, charge 1, draw 1. Your Fang clone. And when this card attacks for this turn, a card on your field gets 1 crit. So really good, making Baobats an extra crit with triple attack, or giving the OG Baobats. So yeah, I play 4. Solid must have. Yeah. Next off, I play 4 Operative Sphere. Another Fang clone. Secret Operation, once per turn. A name ability. When this card enters the field, put the top card of your deck into your gauge and gain 1 life. And if you have 2 or more different world names of cards on your field, draw a card. So basically a Dragon Emperor Legend on walking legs. Really good. And I think I'll just go with this first. 3 of the staples helps you to plus. Name ability, once per turn. When another monster enters your field, look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put up to 1 Thunder Empire from among them into your hand. Since this deck is based all around Thunder Empires, you can basically get a +1 off of it. and put the rest to the bottom of your deck. So yeah, you have to show your opponent though. So he's really good because with 3 of them on the board on your first turn, it can give you a lot of pluses and set up your field. Next off, I run 2 of this guy. Some dragons say Mamaru, I don't know. So when this card enters the field, put a top of your deck into your gauge, and if you have 2 or more different world names, you get to return 1 card from your opponent's field to their hand. So basically this helps you against chaos matchup where they have the Gear God 7, which doesn't have chaos drain, and since the flag doesn't state that all size 30 cannot be bounced, you can bounce it. So yeah, really good. So you can clear the center. Next off, I run 2 Takusuke, a really good card, I guess. It's a really throw card and can really mess your opponent. I don't know. So when this card attacks, you may play on cage. If you do, declare monster or spell and look at your opponent's hand, which means you get to see their entire hand, so you can go for game, I guess. And if the declared type is correct, you get a plus, which is he gets +1 crit and double attack, making him a drag roller, I guess. What's it called? That weapon that has double attack and 2 crit. So yeah, once per turn, and he has ride. I guess it's good because when you ride him, you have some defense. So yeah, play 2. Attack card because yeah, I'm trying to get the different war names. As for spells, I run 2. The Fighter's Oath. So it's basically like your offerings for Thunder Emperor. Put a number of cards from your top of your deck equals to the amount of different world names on your field. So what you have is maybe this guy, a Takosuke, a Katana, and a Dragon, and you can gauge 4, gain 4 life. So yeah, you gain life equal to the amount of cards you put into your gauge. So I run 2 because I poor boy, I can't get 2 dual chests. Next off, I have 4 offerings for the Thunder Emperor. So a really solid card. It either lets you gain 3 life or charge 3. So yeah, and it's not once per turn, by the way, which makes it really good because you can spam gauge and go for game. Next off, for defensive spells, I run 2 Loud Voice. Discard 1 or more cards from your hand. For this turn, all cards on your opponent's field get power minus 3000 attack and 3000 defense, and critical minus 1 for each discarded card. So this card is really good when you are up against Levitian because there will be many weapons attacking, and just by ditching 3 cards, their King of the Sword Excalibur won't be hitting anything, and most of their stuff on your board cannot touch you. So yeah, really good card. I'll recommend running 3 to 4 because rush meta now, and it's really important. So yeah. More defensive spells, I run 2. The dual chest guy, so Thunder X Goodbye. So it's a what's that? Magical Goodbye. So you may only cast this card during your opponent turn. Pay on gauge and return a monster from your field back to your hand. Counter return monster from your opponent's field back to their hand. So it's really good because once you have globes on your field during your first turn, you can actually use him and bounce back your own globes and another monster on your opponent's field, which is quite good. Okay, wait, I have to do this. Next off, I run 3 Black Sand Castle. It's a set. All Thunder Empire on your field cannot be returned by card effects, by your opponent card effects. So you can still cast your Thunder X Goodbye. So during your turn, if you have 2 or more different world names on your field, including this guy, so basically if you have a weapon that is Dragon attribute, Dragon World, you can actually cast this card, and if you do put this card into your drop zone, reduce the next time damage dealt to you will be reduced by 3. So yeah, it's a sort of a negate on your field, and yeah, it's basically a very good card. So for more defensive spells, lastly I run is 4 Arc Dragon Shield. So basically you can only cast this card if you have a Thunder Emperor on your field, and pay on gauge, notify the attack and draw a card. So since this deck gives you a lot of gauge with the ability of offerings and Fighter's Oath, you can actually just get to draw cards and notify with this guy. So really good. For plus spells, I run 3 Butt Sling. So you mini cast this card if you have attacked 3 or more times. Link attack counts as 1. Look at the top 3, put 1 into your hand, the rest into your gauge, and you gain 1 life. A really solid card. It's really clutch when you're about to kill your opponent with impact and then you top draw it with Butt Sling. So yeah, it's good. And next off I run 3 Thunder X Attract. So pay 1 life, choose and use one of the following abilities. Pay 1 gauge, look for a Thunder Empire item and put it to your hand, or choose up to 1 impact drag or Dragon World monster from your drop zone and add it into your hand. Know that it must be Dragon World because there was once I almost made a misplay and someone caught me. I was trying to pick up River Pain to go for a game, but yeah, the person told me it must be Dragon World. So yeah, I run 3. Oops, let me bring it down. Lastly, for the latest spell I run is World Linking Key to the first Drago Uno. So you can cast this during your opponent's turn, and if you have 5 or more different world names of cards in your drop zone. If you have 1 or more cards on your field, you put all of them into the drop and discard your entire hand, draw 6, and for this turn you cannot be dealt damage, and your opponent at the end of your next turn you lose the game. So yeah, so it's sort of like a Misera, but you will die. It's a bomb timer, I guess. So you have to kill your opponent, if not you don't win. Okay, so for items, focus. I run 2 Arc Dragon Sword Dragcross, so it's called Dragcross. So equip costs pay 1 gauge and pay 1 life. This card on your field cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effect, so this makes him the Arc Dragon Sword, I guess. I think it's that guy, I don't know. So he gets double attack at the beginning of your attack phase if you have a Buds on your field. So yeah, it's good. So next off I run 1 tag. This Danger World item. So pay 1 gauge, pay 1 life. When this card attacks for this turn, a monster or item on your field gets penetrate. This means that you can pump your penetrate to your Balbuds over here so that he can attack through your opponent's center for, I don't know, around 7 crit with penetrate. So this is against war deck, so I play 1. Lastly, for impacts, I run 3 Thunderlance X Tempest Buster. Buck 10. So your classic impact. I prefer this impact over the 20 damage one because you will most probably be doing enough damage with your Balbuds over here, so you won't really need that. So basically, you may cast this card if you have attacked 3 or more times and your opponent has 5 life and open center for both you. Pay 3 gauge, deal 5, and your opponent just lose because it cannot be reduced or their life cannot revive from 0. So yeah, I play 3. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this deck profile on the latest Balbuds deck. Since today is the Christmas day, Merry Christmas guys, I'll be doing 2 other deck profiles, so stay tuned for that. And I'll be doing a new match video. I'll be doing match videos because I don't ever post, so I think I should start trying some. Hope you guys have enjoyed this deck profile. Here's the deck list. Hamdas Gabla here, signing off.